Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Today I'm going to show you how you can use OpenVPN tool in AWS. We are going to use the Pritunl, which is the completely open source tool which we are going to deploy in our EC2 instance. Why I'm using this tool? I've created a bash script with regarding to that. You can use that script in your user data while you're deploying the EC2 instance. I will recommend the Ubuntu EC2 instance, or you can use the Amazon Linux instance as well. So what is the reason why I'm not using the AWS client VPN? uh, for instance, if I need a HIPAA compliance, if you read the AWS documentation in today's date, it is clearly mentioned client VPN is not Health Insurance Portability Accountability Act HIPAA or Federal Information Processing compliant, is not compliant with HIPAA. Because the reason for that is at the back end, the server is managed by AWS, so you don't have any control about uh, don't have any control of the server. Now what the other solution for that is OpenVPN, but the OpenVPN for AWS and other GA tool, you see, it is the paid tool or proprietary. You have to pay for the billing hours and users, how many user you can add. But I'm talking about the Pritunl. It is completely open source tool. You can add as many users as you want, and one of the best thing that it give you a multi-factor authentication which is HIPAA compliant. For instance, I will set up the Google Authenticator and set up the MFA multi-factor authentication, and by using that my user are going to access the Pritunl client. Pritunl is open source. At the backend they uses the OpenVPN, so they will provide you client as well. They have very good features, and they have proper documentation as well, and the client have already installed is the Pritunl client for Windows. It provide client for all OS systems. So what I'm going to do, let me show you guys my Pritunl shell script with which is regard to the Ubuntu LTS, Ubuntu 18 LTS, and I've set up the Pritunl shell script which is with regard to the Amazon Linux instance. What you have to do is to simply copy paste this, and or you can put that in your user data. So what we are going to do is to launch an EC2 instance. Okay, let's say Amazon Linux. You can use Ubuntu LTS as well. I'm going to use the T2 micro free tier because it is just a demo, and any subnet. Okay, and now simply if I go to the advanced setting, you can do SSH and put this in the while create a bash script and make it executable. But instead of doing that, I simply going to copy this and put this in user data, control V. This is the script you have to do. So for you don't have to do anything, it will create everything you required. And let me tell you about the script as well. So what I'm doing here, that you have to open the port 12323, just it is a port, and it is going to be now this you have to open these ports in your security groups. So I will show you that as well. So click next, the storage is fine. Yep. So I'm going to call this let me say that Pritunl Docker. Okay, so let me exit that as well. Okay, so okay, I'm going to create the new security group which is with regard to the Pritunl. Okay, it is not there, so I'm going to call this Pritunl, TUNL, and the ports you have to open are, let me, it is going to be my IAP. Open the UDP ports, let me open the TCP. Okay, if I go to the TCP, okay, UDP rule, and the port is 12323, I guess. Yeah, this is the one. Just double check it. 12323. This is the UDP port, although I've also opened the TCP port as well, which is not, I guess it's not a requirement anyway. So you have to open the UDP port. You can decide any port of your like. So what I'm going to do is to create a new pair Pritunl, and I'm going to download this, and I'm launching it. So let me open that as well. So this is the Pritunl PAM file. Okay, so everything is almost ready. You see, you don't have to do much stuff as far as the deployment is concerned. Okay, so this is our instance, and what I'm going to do is to attach an elastic IP with regard to that. So I'm going to allocate, and this is the elastic IP, and this is just a demo purpose. I'm going to associate it with my Pritunl Docker. So so guys, our instance is almost up and running. So let me call this Pritunl, and what I'm going to do is to make sure I open the HTTPS port as well. Let me go to the HTTPS. Okay, so although I have to open the port 80 as well, because the traffic first go to the port 80 and then redirect it to this port. So let me open the port 80 as well. I have missed it because traffic first go to the port 80 and then redirect it to the port 443. So in a moment you will see you see it is working. So go to the advanced setting, okay, and accept this. So as per my documentation, the username and the password is this. I've already mentioned this is the default one, so simply copy this and paste it here. So your login in a free open source tool. At the backend it is using the DynamoDB as instance. All the storage is persistent. So okay, I'm going to create a super user. Let's say call this master, and I'm going to set the password. For the demo I'm using very weak password, doesn't really matter, so I have set the password. If you see the tabs up there, so if I go to the server, first of all, let me tell you that okay, I have to create the users. Okay, and first of all, organization, I'm going to create the organization Cloud Elegant. This is my company in which I'm working. So I triple D. Let me delete this, make it correct. We'll delete user test. Okay, enter the organization and okay, so I'm going to create with the valid name Cloud Elegant. Okay, that is called cloud.com as well. So this is my organization in which I'm working. Now I'm going to add one user, let's say Asim, and I am give oh, this is the pin I'm giving it. This is a demo, so just this is the mail, or Muhammad dot Asim at cloudelegant.com. So guys, user is added. So I'm going to add server now. Add one server which is going to be with MFA enable two-factor authentication, and this server, as I've made, listen on port 1194 UDP. I can also select the TCP port as well, but by default it is UDP, so that is fine. But you see in security group, I've not made this port open because it is proxied. So let me show you that as well. You see, let me show you so you're able to understand. So this is my host port, and this is the actual port. So okay, I'm going to call this server OpenVPN. Let's say, yeah, let's say call it Pritunl server 1. That will be fine here. DNS, I'm going to use this. This is the internal network. I can extend that as well. So this is setup with MFA. If I go to the users area, let me download this file for you guys. Okay, and let me drag down. Okay, before that, let me show you the MFA setup as part as well. Okay, it's saying server must have an organization attached. So okay, if I go to the user and if I go to my organizations, okay, I have to attach it with the, let me let me back with you guys. Okay, I've created the server, and I'm going to attach it with an organization. This is the organization I've created, so I've attached it with the organization. Okay, and if I go to the users tab, you see now I'm able to give two-step authentication. Either I can give my user this key uh, to Asim, or he can open his mobile and take the snapshot from it. The easiest way you can provide the key to the user, but what I'm going to do is to attach, let's say, scan a barcode, and let me open it. So I have got the barcode. Now I'm going to close it. Okay, so you have to download this file. I guess save it on a desktop, that would be better. Okay, it is saved in the download area. Okay, now I'm going to extract this file. You see guys, this is very easy to set up. I have not even SSH in my EC2 instance, and I'm going to drag this OVPN file. Now I'm going to click on my Pritunl client, which I've showed you. You can download this Pritunl client with regard to your OS. It has client with for Mac OS, and all these clients are available according to your OS. So simply I'm going to import the file which I have extracted this file. So let's say I'm going to connect. Let me open the config file and show you that. You see um, it is going to be this file which I have downloaded. So uh, let me tell you that you have to um, do one change as well. Edit this config file. This is not going to listen on this port, and this is going to listen on the port 12323. Save this file and click connect. The reason I showed you is that I've done the reverse proxy setting. So the pin I've set is this, hopefully, and I'm now watching my MFA in my Google Client Authenticator. So hopefully it is connecting. Hopefully we allowed the port as well in our okay. Let me check whether I'm connected or not. IP. Okay, I'm not even connected yet. So connection timeout. I have to check the logs and will get back in a moment. Okay, sorry guys. One thing I forgot to tell you, that I've set the server but I've not started it, so that is why I'm not able to connect. Now I've clicked on the start server. me start the server. Okay, if I go to the dashboard, okay, one organization, one server is now online. Okay, let me try again. If I click connect and enter the pin, okay, it is connected. So how it is connected, you see 5 seconds gone by, and this is the internal IP address. And if I refresh this page, you will see my IP change of the elastic IP. You see 5236236167. You see, this is my elastic IP. Let me show you guys. 5236236171. So I've you see easily set up the um, OpenVPN with multi-factor authentication using the Pritunl. It is an open source tool, and I can use as many user I want. It is just not you can upgrade to enterprise version, but there is no need. They will not ask you, or they will not enforce you to pay for anything. It is completely open source tool. You can add users, bulk add users, and to explore this thing and share different idea with me. So I can, you see, this is the log. The GUI is absolutely perfect. It is just like, paid version, but it is totally free. You have to only pay for the EC2 instance, which is quite reasonable. You don't have to pay any software cost, any user cost. So you can see the network devices and everything is there. So I've liked the tool, and it is actually per client as well, as far as my knowledge is concerned. Might be I'm wrong, but it is giving the MFA multi-factor authentication, and the server control is totally in your hand. So you can use that as well. So thank you guys, please like and share my video. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.